Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'll be switching over to Hack the Box and we'll record the video on the starting point, the first box, which is called Archetype. So this is the first box in the starting point, and maybe let's begin. And if you're a regular visitor of the channel, please do subscribe and like the videos. It will encourage me to record more. Okay, so starting with an map scan, SC, SV, uh, maybe just run plain and map just to view the ports which are open here. And it says that port 135 RPC, port 139 net bias, 445 and 1433. So this is SQL port, and this is some share port. So in order to access the share, we need SMB client, and you will notice that there are no 22 port because this is a Linux box, and there is no 3389 port as well, which is MSRDP port. So let's begin with shares. So in FTP client, we used to run FTP client using anonymous user. So similarly, we will try to access shares using anonymous. So to access the share, we need SMB client, which you can locate if it is already installed in your system using locate SMB client. So two things will come up. One is SMB client and one is Impacket SMB client. Both are similar, and the Python script example as well from Impacket. So Impackets provide scripts to communicate to Windows boxes if you are using Linux. So we can run SMB client, and to list share we need to enter -L, and it will list all the share, and it will ask for the username and password. So it is taking my current user as the user to access the share, so we don't need that. So in order to make it anonymous, we need to enter -N. So anything which can be accessed on the Windows box on those shares, we will be able to access it using -N. So I believe I need to use N here. Yep. Okay, so in Windows C dollar, IPC dollar, these are default shares, or anything which ends with dollar is admin share. So admin share meaning those are accessible through admin privilege only. So um, we cannot access these three shares, but there is the one more share backups. So let's try to access that. So now we don't need to list the share, so we can remove -L and // backups. So /backups in typical Windows share format, enter, and you can see it says not enough slash characters in service. And you can notice here only one slash is there, and here one slash is missing because this slash is also used as escape character. So we need to enter slash twice. So one slash is for escape character and the other slash is to actually using to access the share. So first and third slash are used as escape character, and the second and fourth slash is used to access the share. Press enter. If this share can be accessible, then we will get this prompt without any error. So ls, and you can check all the commands which are available here. So the FTP client and this SMB client has similar set of commands like ls, get to download the file, and put to upload the file. Similarly in the FTP client, and dir or as ls to list the uh, content and cd to change the directory. So we can see one file is there, prod dts config. So we can download this file. So get file name, get file name, and it has the download is successful. Exit cat, um, file name is prod dts config, and we can check this is a config file of SQL instance or something. So the provider is SQL and the password is this and user ID is this. So we have received the user ID and password. So we can use this credential to access more things, and we can see this is the username is SQL SVC. So I'm assuming it has privilege on SQL, but could not be having admin privilege. So we can try to access SQL service using these credential. And to do that, we have script called SQL client in Kali box. So again, impact it SQL client. If you don't have, you can download it from GitHub. So SQL client, I need to enter complete path, copy, paste, and then we need to enter the username and password. So let's check the help menu. What all switches are there, just to make sure that we enter correct information here, especially the username format. And there are no examples here, and we can notice one thing: Windows -auth, whether or not to use Windows authentication. Default is false, so we need to include this as well. And in let's enter the username and password as the same as the Windows style. So username is SQL underscore SVC, and this is the password SQL underscore SVC, and then the password. So SQL underscore SVC at the IP address 10.10.10.27, and then Windows auth. I think this should work. Let's enter password, paste, and we are in. So from here we need to check whether we can run few set of commands just to make sure um, that we are able to um, enter the box and read required files. So the first thing is to verify that we have sysadmin role. To do that, we can run select command. Select is underscore srv role uh, member, and the group the role name is sysadmin. Enter, and it says one. So we have sysadmin role on SVC SQL SVC client. And the next thing is let's check the help menu. Next thing is to enable the XP CMD shell so that we can run commands, and we can check it has changed from 1 to 1, so it was already enabled. So the next thing is to um, execute some commands to get the reverse shell. And since this is a Windows box, we need to find out the some command may be related to PowerShell or something that we can execute and get the reverse shell on our box. So let's search on internet. Let's research a bit to find out what we can execute here to get a reverse shell. Also, one more thing, if you find that this has changed from 0 to 1, then run the reconfigure statement to reconfigure the configuration. otherwise it will not come into effect. So just to make sure that you run this if the settings has changed from 0 to 1. Okay, so if we check the um, SQL um, run maybe reverse shell, so or maybe let's jump directly to pen test monkey, uh, reverse shell cheat sheet, pen test monkey, and let's see what we find it here. Python, Ruby, Netcat. Nope. Um, Maybe let's remove SQL because we need something for PowerShell. PowerShell, reverse shell, pentest monkey. Why we are uh, searching this? Because we can see that enable xpcmd shell is enabled and we can run any command. So for an example, enable xp underscore cm xp underscore cmd shell, this format, and then space any command of the which can run on Windows. So for example, who am I? So it says equal underscore svc, uh, and maybe print working directory. Okay, so pwd is not a command in the command prompt, so not PowerShell command, but the command prompt, CMD commands we can execute it here. Um, Maybe let's dir c dollar c colon. Come on, okay, and we can access users to check what all users are there. And let's go to the user directory svc slash desktop, and we can see user flag is here, and we can read this flag using user.txt um, type command. Yep, we can read it. What else we can do? We can run PowerShell commands. For example, PowerShell, um, who am I? Yes, and the which command which was not getting executed? Pwd. Yep, so pwd is getting executed because it can be executed under PowerShell. So now we know that we can run commands using PowerShell. So we need some reverse shell syntax of PowerShell. So here we go, PowerShell, and we can see at least three syntax: PowerShell, PowerShell, and PowerShell. And this one is just uh, it is downloading the file from internet and executing it. IEX is for executing. So we know that in the CTF mode the machine will not be having an internet access, so we need to choose from these two syntax. So I'll pick this one, and since we will use PowerShell separately, I'm just picking the command. So NOP for no profile, -c for command, and copy. Let's create shell.ps1, nano shell.ps1, paste, and uh, we need to enter our IP address here. So the VPN IP address should be mentioned here. I think this is the correct one. Let's verify. IP ADTR. Uh, yes, 202. So, and port I will change it to. Mm, let's keep the standard port. So just to make sure that there is no firewall or something which can block. So usually 80 and 443 ports um, remains open. And let's save this and maybe remove the double quotes at the end and at the beginning. Control X save. So this is our um, shell ps1 file which we will execute there. And let's run python m simple http server on port 80. Again, let's stick to the standard ports, and here we need to run PowerShell command. So what we can do, we can grab this syntax uh, because this will run the PowerShell after downloading the PS1 file. So instead of downloading it from internet, it will download it from our box. So in the beginning, we need to mention xp underscore cmd shell PowerShell IEX, and here we need to mention our URL http colon slash slash 10.10.14.202, port is 80, and slash shell.ps1. So last time when I was executing, it was throwing some error because maybe some configuration was changed on the box and it required a reset. So let's try. Uh, okay, let's try to run using double quotes here, mm, and terminate it using semicolon. PowerShell IEX and enter. Okay, so double quotes here because it is picking up these slashes which it should not, and we need to enter slash as escape character because we are using double quotes here also, and one escape character here, double quote, delete, and this should be fine in term of syntax. Yes, so you can see file was downloaded and we have not um, started the shell. We should have done 443, and it is throwing an error. The script contains malicious content and has been blocked by antivirus software. So I'm assuming that there is a change on the box and it is throwing this error. So the machine definitely require a reset. So I'll request a reset and we'll try again, but let's do one more attempt. Now, so pausing video here and we'll resume again once the machine is reset. So there are two type of error which are coming. So the one is that the script is blocked, and the other is that the new object command was not found, but the module could not be loaded. And in order to import the module, run this. So we can add this syntax here um, just before executing anything, and terminate it using semicolon. So it will forcefully import the module again, and this error should not come. um, Enter. So the error is still there for some reason, and now it is referring to this new object. Earlier it was referring to IEX. So even after mentioning this thing, it is not importing the module. So something is definitely wrong with the box. Um, so we can try one more thing. Now it ran successfully and it got blocked using some antivirus system or something. Okay, so finally, good news, guys. I paused the video and resume it again. So the machine was reset, and I was able to take the reverse shell using the same command. I just added this to suppress the error. So this is optional. If you're facing the error regarding module, you can add this. Otherwise, it should be okay. And one more thing which you can try. I'm not sure if that work here also. So you can check the um, there is a syntax in this shell called uh, pwd. Yes, here pwd. So the original syntax is here in payload. All the thing is pwd, um, then path. Yes, pwd dot path. So I just removed dot path because um, in hack the box forums it says that if you remove this dot path, it will not get caught as a suspicious activity. So not sure if this made any difference, but you can try removing dot path and then try. So id, or who am I? This is a Windows box. So I think this session is still hang. Not sure if it will work. Let's try host name. No. Control C, and somehow this session is still stuck here. Okay. 443. Enter, and this session came. Host name. No. So machine reset was requested. Maybe the machine has not came up fully. So let's wait for a couple of more minutes. Pausing video again. Okay, so this is still not responding, and we have already checked the user flag. So we'll move to um, previous part. We could have read that user flag using this reverse shell, but we have already read that, and we can read more files using SQL CMD XPCMD shell also. So let's try here and access the PowerShell history, the console host history. So the path is um, XP underscore CMD shell. You can Google it. You will find the path where the PowerShell history is saved. I don't think it is default, so uh, that that might have been placed because of this CTF box, but the the path is correct, I guess. So I mean the path is correct, but it is not enabled by default. So roaming Microsoft, we are good here. uh, Windows, not Windows, uh, app data roaming Microsoft Windows, yes, slash PowerShell slash PS read line, and it should give us the file name. But anyways, the file name is uh, console host underscore history.txt, and yes, the file is correct. So we just need to read this file using either the XPCMD shell or using the reverse shell if you receive it, and it is not showing us the content. S- Strange. Okay, now here it is. So the content is this one line. So here we receive the admin username and password. So we can now access the admin share, uh, any file under admin. So obviously if you are inside this reverse shell, you can just check the content of this file. Otherwise, um, you can use this method. And if we use the SMB client that we used previously to access the uh, SMB client to access the share. So to use it again using username, we need to use -u administrator // and $. So remember the $share can only be accessible using admin privileges. So we can now access it. It will ask for a password, and the password is this. Copy, paste, and we are in. So let's uh, maximize here. ls, and we are in C drive, and we have full admin privilege, so we can directly go to users administrator / desktop. Yes, ls, and this is the root flag, and you can read it using type root.txt and get you can grab the root flag and enter in the box. So this was it. The key steps are getting the SMB client and grabbing the SQL SVC credential, connect using SQL prompt, get a shell.ps1 reverse shell created. If you receive the reverse shell, then great. Otherwise, you can use this method to grab the flag. So I hope you have enjoyed. If so, please like and subscribe the channel, like the video and subscribe the channel. I will create more videos on Hack the Box as well as Try Hack Me. Have a great day. Bye bye.